Hey, what's good? If you have spent any time on this channel, you know that I have a fascination for a couple of older English gentlemen by the name of Pete and Boz. Pete and Boz are here to share chunky chips. That's their new song, or one of their new songs. This came out a couple months ago. But Pete and Boz came out with the whole album this year and all this wonderful stuff. Nothing but love and respect to the hustle and the uniqueness that is Pete and Boz. So before we get into it, remember to go to coconutjustice.com to get you some clothes that I think would look good on you. Let's go. Boy, I am excited for this video. Let's get right into it.
Three-piece press and I look the business. 10 gold rings on me cockney digits. Couple of sovereigns, a couple of signets. A fist to the face and he's left with stitches. Size 15 in my leather band loafers. £20 note in my coat for my chauffeurs. Top hat coattails at the back make a man disappear like it's hocus pocus. God bless when the snub nose sneezes. Fleet full of blacked out mugs for my geezers. Lord Jesus, boot full of heaters. Sell dirt bags to the teens like Wheaters. Now I'm banging on my chest like a chimpanzee. Stepped in an M&S vest in my gym jeans. I was banging up food like I've been man. Went to a gaff with a gate from a zinc. I made a 2-bed flat, me palace.
All right. You're going to notice that these two gentlemen will never be on an XXL cipher. Number one, because they are dope. They can rhyme. You can hear every word. They pronounce syllables. Their content, even though they've been talking they've been bragging. What you need to understand about the sport of rap. There's rap and there's conscious rap and all that stuff. But the sport of rap is talking shit and being creative about it. And these guys, I don't know. I've been every time I think about these guys, I wonder, maybe they have a leg up. They have an advantage, not just because they're older and they've seen the world and they can explain way more than, say a 19-year-old. These days 19-year-olds talk about girls, cars, drugs. These guys are also doing that, but they're doing it in a different way. And, they talk a little mob action. But I was thinking about that the other day, because these guys can, younger people might be able to talk about stealing your girl and blah blah blah. These guys can talk about stealing your girl, your mom, your grandma. Everyone's gonna get served up. And they hang out with, they're not trying to be young. They're just leaning into where they are in life. And when you see their music videos, they do have grandmas dancing. They don't go get these young hoochies out in here wearing hella tight stuff. They get grandmas to let you know they can letting you know that from grandma on down, they're in it to win it.
I'm at a 2-price start me jealous. Silk boxes, they hold me phallus. Dragged up me Peckham now, shot me in Paris. Yeah, I'm a grumpy git. I got fingers thicker than a chunky chip. My handshake strong like a monkey grip. And I can crumble a man if I punch a rib.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? We got folks that are talking about, we're gonna get the glick and shoot up the club and all that, even though shooting up the club means something completely different, a little more fun. But shooting up the club means having sexual relations and not using protection. But these guys are just so clever and with everything. They're leaning into being older. They're leaning into being English. A lot of the slang that they use might make a little bit of sense, but you have to look at what you are, at what they're saying, and you need to actually like dissect it with information. Shout out to my English folks that constantly come to the channel to let me know some of the slangs and stuff like that. I'm trying to get better at it. I gotta do some more Pete and Boz to let you guys straighten me out on English lingo. But like, these guys are dope. These guys are so good, so entertaining, and all their music, you know, the beat is different, whatever, but they lean into who they are and where they are. You know, these guys are older gentlemen. They obviously got some money. They obviously can rap. They obviously can entertain. And they got silk boxers. So when they knock your mom and your grandma, you know, around the bedroom, I don't know if anyone can say anything to make me uncomfortable more than I showed your grandma a good night.
I don't want diseases, furthermore I don't want to spread my genus. Coitus is easy like ABC, these birds wanna gobble up the D when they meet us. Timeless style.
Yeah, so he's talking about the birds. That's he's talking about the ladies, and he's talking about how he's good with the ladies and all that stuff.
Panache, bald on the top, long hair at the back. Ours on the motor, bills in the stack. These birds wanna bonk when I flash this cash. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, chuck it on the horses. You get rich like me, son, you best sign a prenup. You don't want divorces. Licking off shots as I walk me standard. Feet stepping up for the marching band. Dishing their food like a delicatessen, cause I'm a bad me cheese fella, I love me gator. 3-piece press and I look the business. 10 gold rings on me, copy.
It's only 2 pieces, but hold on. That's where I don't know fashion like that. All right, clothes are just clothes, but he's talking about 3-piece suit. When you're wearing a 3-piece suit, you are dressed to the nines. You are dressed to impress. But then he dropped that line, and he's wearing a braided belt. Okay. He's not clean. He looks clean. It's not that he's not clean. It's not that. He looks fashionable and all that stuff. But he said the line about a 3-piece suit feeling fancy, and then I noticed that he's got a braided belt. I don't know what that means. I don't know what braided belts might be it right now. The only thing I know about fashion is I can't wear skinny jeans.
Size 15 in my leather band loafers, £20 note in my coat for my chauffeurs. Top hat coattails at the back make a man disappear like it's hocus pocus.
Yes, sir. That's what we came here for. That's what we came here for. When you want some good time, shit talking hip hop, that's not all the same words, sentences, comparisons, whatever. Check out Pete and Boz. These mofos are they go hard in the paint, and then when they threaten your grandmother, boy, things get uncomfortable. Anyway, I hope you liked that video. I know I did. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with each and every one of your friends, and if you want to come hang out with me and watch videos while I work on creative projects, hit that subscribe button and then change the little bell so it says all. That way, every time I come out with something new, you'll be alerted. Don't forget to go to coconutjustice.com to get you some dope gear. And with that, I'm out.